I still remember a children's story from Shalom Community Church, which is both a Church of the Brethren and a Mennonite church in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is one of my like kind of formative small child churches growing up from when I was about first grade to fourth. And I remember there being this question about like, what does peace mean? And I was always the kid who like was ready to answer the question. Um, and I had no kind of answer. And I um still remember the the pastor at the time saying something about like peace is um people in right relationship with each other. And I didn't know what right relationship meant at the time, but I think, early pastors, early kind of nurturing faith figures were important. Definitely my parents. I mean, I grew up in a very pacifist household. I still remember our my brothers and my best friends across the street were allowed to have like the really cool plastic machine guns. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say really cool plastic machine guns in a peace and justice interview, but we thought those were the best. Like they were so fun. And my parents were like, absolutely not. You're not playing with those. Like this and this and this is why. And I'm sure they talked about, the industrial war machine. And so my brothers and my workaround was to refer to them as blasters. So we were like, no, they're not guns. They're not guns. They're blasters. It's a totally different thing. So parents and faith leaders and some really incredible professors later at EMU were really central. I honestly cannot imagine the Mennonite church without peace and justice values. I think we would be hollow. I also think it's something that the world needs. Again, I have a really hard time saying like the world needs us because I'm not convinced that that's true. I think there's good peace and justice work that happens in secular spaces and obviously in other faith traditions as well. But I think, the Mennonites that I have seen in action and in, a diversity of professional capacities, um, what makes them distinctive and what makes them do their work really well is um, that sense of, how is this impacting the marginalized? How is this, kind of affecting the global context and also, the local spaces that I inhabit?